All right. Whenever you're ready, Matt.
Okay. I'm Matt, and this is Gary Morris's Mercedes-Benz, kind of a hybrid diesel / waste vegetable oil.
Cool. You want to pop the hood? What year is it?
This is a 1984.
And it's a turbo?
Turbo 300 Turbo D.
Cool. All right, now if you wouldn't mind, talk to us a little about the oil, the hybrid system in the engine. What we're looking at.
Basically, the hybrid system is all externally mounted, switching solenoids, electronic solenoids that switch the diesel fuel to waste vegetable oil when the engine reaches operating temperature. It's controlled by one switch and then automated after that, with the exception of a purge switch to switch it back to diesel fuel when you shut it down for the night.
Awesome. Can you just point out what these pieces are? Like what would look different to a typical Benz owner? What we're looking at under the engine?
Pretty much everything off from the engine over to the left, it will be all factory original, untouched. Everything starting from this whole corner here is add-ons. You have a engine coolant heater here to heat the vegetable oil. These hoses run back to the tank, and to the oil tank. There's two separate tanks on the car. One in the trunk for vegetable oil, then the regular tank for diesel. So this heated coolant runs back and heats the oil through the fuel line, and has a heating element in the tank, also heated by coolant. These solenoids, one is a switching solenoid to switch it from diesel to waste vegetable oil. There's another solenoid here that's a purge solenoid to switch it back to switch out the oil back to diesel when you shut it off for a long period of time. There's another solenoid down here that operates a filter solenoid which will flush fuel through the filter, diesel fuel through the waste vegetable oil filter to clean it. Regular diesel screen here, waste vegetable oil screens here and here. Mechanical injection pump is all original. There's a separate heater filter up here for vegetable oil. Still retains the original diesel fuel filter.
Cool. Walk me back to the trunk and let's take a look at that tank.
Yeah.
And these are all the tools that will inevitably come with the car that Gary used to maintain the car. And here's the, is it aluminum?
Aluminum waste vegetable oil tank.
Looks to be somewhere between a 15 and a 20-gallon tank.
Correct.
And
has a sight glass over here when the oil is near full.
Cool.
Waste vegetable oil fill tank or fill spout is over here on the left on the driver's side. This is the oil and coolant line set that runs the oil up to the engine and also runs the coolant back and forth to heat it.
And this is another piece that will come with the car, I guess, is the tool chest of everything that you might need to tinker on this guy or gal. Cool. And as you can see, there's still room for more than a set of golf clubs.
Yeah. Still has the factory diesel fill cap, all unmolested. It's all original.
I'm going to come in on the passenger side and you can walk us through the switches on the dash.
So pretty much everything else on the dash is all original, all Mercedes, with the exception of the area right in front of the gear shift here. Let's see if I can... Here we have the waste vegetable oil fuel gauge. Here is the indicators, LED indicators. D for diesel, VO for vegetable oil, P for purge. Here is the on-off switch. This is a purge button. When you want to shut it off for the night, you hit that purge, wait about 20 seconds. The light will go from vegetable oil back to diesel, then you can shut the system off. And this switch here is a filter purge. If the filter gets clogged up, you can purge the filter internally. And this is a boost gauge for the turbo to show you how much boost you're running going down the highway.
Everybody loves a boost gauge.
Right. Gotta have it.
All right, cool. I'm going to close the hood and maybe we can take it for a drive?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'm going to watch you start it.
Typical Mercedes cold start. Glow plug is all still functioning.
That was buttery smooth. Okay, let me close this hood. Seamless, do it all in one take video.
Yeah.
This is a very comfortable car. And there's a sunroof up here, hard to see. How many miles does it have on it?
231,000.
Do you know if there was any, had he ever done any replacement of like engines, trannies, turbos, anything like that?
Tranny should be original, to the best of my knowledge. Intake system and turbo were replaced. Alternator was upgraded with a higher output alternator. And other than that, new tires, brakes, and belts. I believe that's it.
Cool. The thermostat on the dashboard works?
Yep.
Awesome.
It also has a radiator block heater. Radiator hose block heater.
That you'd plug in?
Yeah.
Gotcha. So I suppose for colder weather.
Yeah. Not needed much out here, but there are places where it can be coming in pretty handy.
It's nice that, I mean, this thing comes equipped for any condition in the country, I suppose.
The waste vegetable oil system can be turned on at any time, but it will not officially kick in until the engine reaches operating temperature of about 182 degrees.
That's nice that it's just one switch and it does the rest of the work for you.
That way it doesn't come on and get cold oil into the engine.
I have to say, this is really comfortable.
Now you can't even feel the road.
Yeah, you can't even. It's just like driving a cushy couch. Do you notice any difference in the sound or the way the car runs when it's running on the oil?
No difference in sound. Maybe even a little quieter, a little less diesel knock on the oil, due to the thickness of the fuel. Power-wise, very, very little difference. Minimal difference.
That's very cool.
So we can actually go ahead and turn the switch on now. And it's warm enough, so it's switched to vegetable oil now.
So
now it is officially running on oil.
how can you tell that it is definitely officially drawing that oil in?
When the vegetable oil light is on, it's running on oil. When it's cold, the diesel light will be lit up. And then when you purge, the purge light will come on for about 15-20 seconds and then go out. Once the purge light goes out, you can switch the system off.
That's so cool. I don't notice any difference at all.
No difference in smoke out the tailpipe, only a smell difference.
From diesel to French fries?
Yep. Mileage remains about the same.
Do you know what kind of mileage it gets?
I think it's about 28.
Wow, that's pretty awesome considering.
Yeah, and then on oil.
Considering you could be getting your oil from a fast food restaurant for free. They don't have to pay some waste company to take it.
Correct.
You do the filter process and are getting between 23 and 28 miles per gallon for free. I'd say this pays for itself in fuel probably within 1 or 2 years.
Yeah.
This is going to be an awesome car for the right person, and it's going to come with all of the what would you say, pieces of the puzzle that allow it to work.
Yeah, available also are the waste vegetable oil plant, filtering plant, to clean it, heat it, separate it. Any moisture, any food particles would be taken out in that process, along with barrels to store it.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of stuff that Gary had to make this work as well as it did, and it's all set up all ready for someone to continue operating it as he did. This is great. We just might keep going on a road trip.
Yeah.
All right, well, Matt, thank you so much for this. This was an awesome tour, and good luck to everyone that is interested in this car.
Yes.
Thanks again, Matt.
You're welcome. It needs a good home.
Yeah, it does.